This man was injured at work and became unable to walk, but his wife showed no intention of taking care of him. She not only refused to cook or help him bathe, but even threw his wheelchair into the storage room. Charlie didn't want to worry the kids, so he kept saying he was fine, but Tris didn't think so. She didn't know what to do, so she wrote a note asking for help from a trusted teacher. The midwives were shocked by the note's content. But since it was anonymous, they couldn't identify the writer. So they told Tris they couldn't respond and asked her to meet them after class. After class, Tris walked into the room as promised. She directly showed Trixie the wounds on her back. When Trixie learned that her mother had used a dog chain to make those marks, she was stunned. Meanwhile, Barbara discovered similar wounds while caring for Charlie. Although Charlie explained they were from a fall, Barbara still became suspicious of Glenda. The doctors and midwives reviewed records and found that the family had been admitted to the hospital multiple times with serious injuries. They realized they needed to call the police immediately. At that moment, Barbara arrived and shared what she had learned about Charlie's situation. They all believed Glenda was harming the entire family. They seriously explained the matter to the police and also wondered why Charlie would try to hide the truth. The police soon came to investigate. When Glenda realized it was Tris who called them, she became furious and turned her anger on another child. Barbara immediately stopped her. Glenda began accusing Tris of lying, getting more and more agitated until she picked up the dog chain from the table. At that point, she could no longer hide anything. The police stepped in and she finally calmed down. Barbara comforted the frightened boy and told him he could go to a safe place with Tris. But the boy was afraid his father would be hurt and didn't want to leave. Glenda heard this from the living room and became enraged again. Even in front of the police, she screamed at Charlie and blamed him and the kids for ruining her life. The police couldn't tolerate it anymore. They informed her that her actions were illegal and she would go to jail. Glenda was taken to the station, still acting arrogantly. She was sure Charlie wouldn't report her, believing they all depended on her. But she didn't know Charlie had already made up his mind. For the sake of his children, he decided to divorce Glenda and move to a new apartment. Glenda lost everything including custody of the kids and was sentenced to prison. Could you understand Charlie's approach?